It's week 4 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see the electric Jaden Daniels. He comes in second in the league in passing yards this season. It's the Commanders and the Saints, next on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg Wild, first month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, some finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you said, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September, you're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is, let alone the rest of the league. But once the calendar page turns to October, things start to become a little bit more clear. We know the contenders. We know the teams that have a long road ahead of them. These October games go a long way to setting the table come playoff time later in the season.
Just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Last week, when you go back and watch and study this, problem is, at the quarterback position, you need to be a difference maker. Last week, they were trying to overcome his poor performance, and you're just not going to be able to do that week in and week out at this level. Your quarterback has to be a driving force. He has player within your system, and when you turn the ball over the way he did last week and not really lead to any points or any real sustained success on offense, that is a hard combination if you expect to win. So they're going to need more production, they're going to need more touchdowns, and they're going to need less turnovers. It's asking a lot. It's a big change from last week, but without it, I don't know if they can expect the results to ever change.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. To the tight end, likely. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Olave is the motion man. A carry here for Brown. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he is going to have the Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1. Shaheed in motion. Here's Brown. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. 2nd down and 8. On the ground, it's Brown. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. A couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
Finding space at the 15. And he's going to take this all the way home. Chase Brown. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
No problem there on the extra point. The Saints will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
First and 10. And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On second down, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He'll go right and find his running back. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. The Commanders set to kick this one away. Back deep for the Saints, it's Rashid Shaheed. This will be returnable from his own 15. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Saints offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive first and 10. Now Brown. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
They'll run here with Brown. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Back to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Kayvon Thibodeau, former 5th overall pick, in there to drop him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
3rd and 9. From out of the gun, he'll throw. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
The Saints will punt this one away. A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter, and this might keep the drive alive.
Automatic first down.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Brought in by Chris Olave. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's deep for Olave. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Now, faking the give. That is caught downfield. It's Shaheed. 25 yards, the pickup there. It's good for a Saints first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor. How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and
trying to avoid tacklers there, but the ball is out. The Commanders come up with it.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, but it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
The Commanders' offense ready for their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll begin here on the ground. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch.
The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. The Saints have got it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The Saints offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now a give on the ground. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
The Saints lining up in punt formation, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Commanders' offense ready for this next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Right back to him on 1st down. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
As a cornerback, you're only going to get so many of these chances each game to make plays in the backfield. And so far, this guy continues to take advantage of them. That's 2 sacks so far. With the way this game was going, I wouldn't be surprised to see another.
That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. On comes the punter now. And John to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Saints offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we're going to see much more of him as this game goes on. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. So after 1, the Saints out on top. More from New Orleans after this. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, The defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Good pickup of 16 on that screenplay, and a first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw yet again. That's brought in right side by Pickens.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play. You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll take it on in. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown Saints.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score, as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Third and 2. Here's Daniels. Open man, left side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Throwing on 2nd down. Daniels. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in the back line of the end zone. And tell you what, this is about as good as it gets. Come down with the ball, 2 feet in bounds, touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Saints offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Here's 3rd and 7. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sending it downfield for Likely. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They put Pickens in motion. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's their punter now, and he is hoping to improve on his 1st attempt. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system and all these early sacks. Yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
They needed 16, and it's exactly what they got. By a whisker. Enough for a first down.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll stay on the ground. And he's shedding tacklers left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We're back to New Orleans. After this, here's 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's a short one caught by Sinnott. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The man in motion is Watson. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Daniels. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. That is caught downfield by Pickens. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll look to throw. To the tight end, Likely. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Back to throw. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
They'll find Brown out of the backfield. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Back to the air one more time. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. New Orleans, 3rd and final timeout. The Saints now going to try a field goal here. This one will be from 37 yards out. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Saints can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Final second now of this first half as this one is away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we have a 10-point game here at halftime. We'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And it's the Eagles who are out in front. Capri Bibbs, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. The Browns locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and
we're
Greg.
Back underway here on EA Sports. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to take over once more. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll stick with him again. He will get this to the 35, a little short of the first down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. 3rd and a yard. It's Daniels. Toward the middle. That one caught by Watson.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And he puts his head down, and he picks up the 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, And he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's a good game there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. Looking to convert for the third time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Shaheed now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They put Pickens in motion. Now, faking the give. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. 2nd down and 8. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard. 3rd down and 9. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Punt team out, ready to send this one away. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The visitors' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Daniels. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Carrington Valentine. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus, and that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again, and they start in the best possible situation. It is 1st and goal. That is caught by the tight end, Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, New Orleans. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball first and goal, and Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Run on first down. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. Daniels to throw on second down. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's over the middle to the tight end, Sinnott.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Up the middle they go. And he proves tough to bring down. Good running across midfield. A gain of 8 that time. Throwing on second down. Daniels. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. To the ground, a first down run. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. They'll throw with Daniels. That's caught. It's the tight end, Sinnott.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
To the left side in the hands of Watson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
To the air again is Daniels. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Daniels going to throw again. Quick throw taken in. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal. Throwing again, Daniels. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 2 now, here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. They'll run. And this time he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The extra point is good. And the Commanders cut the lead to 3, 24-21. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. That's Olave. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
They'll run it here with Robinson. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the 2 sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. Quick throw here is complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down. Daniel, that's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
This offense and their running back heading back on the field. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it, 1st and 10. Now Brown. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Brown. Back to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Brown. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Going for it all. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They send the tight end in motion. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. This is almost certainly 4-down territory if they need them all. Touchdown, extra point gives them the lead. It is 1st down and goal. This one caught at the 4. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Washington. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
Point after try forthcoming. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead.
And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They put Pickens in motion. Throwing now on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Now on 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down. Throwing now from the gun. That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. Your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. A tight end in motion now. They'll run on 2nd down, and they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to an E. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Man in motion, heading left. Now a give up the middle, and he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.